when their guy plays some games. Alright, hi everybody. Weather Guy here. We are back with some more great Ace Attorney Chronicles. Last time we finished the summation examination. Let's get back into it. I'm feeling pretty good. I just had some pasta and some water. I'm doing okay. Witnesses, you will now retake the stand. Hope y'all are having a fantastic day, whatever you're up to. I'm feeling pretty good. Can't complain. I presume you heard the defense counsel's summation examination. Oh, yeah, Governor. I did, Gov. I did. Mr. Mr. Skulkin. Blimey. This is going to be hard work. Earlier in this trial, you gave the following testimony about your actions after you entered Windibanks. Uh-huh. Kept their hands in their pockets. But we see that things were moved. However, that was a lie. You brothers. Blimey. On the night in question, you rifled through the items on the victim's counter. We never done nothing of the sort. How'd you figure that out? Look at that, it's so comical. The way they just turned to each other, that was great. Love that. You will now give formal testimony once again. You will tell the court precisely what happened on the night in question, and this time, you will tell the truth. Each lie that passes your lips serves to increase the severity of your punishment. Oh good, he's more on our side for this. Oh. And that, gentlemen, may deal a crushing blow to your chances of ever seeing the light of day again. Ah! A thought worth pondering, perhaps. Say no more, God, we hear ya. We'll blab, we'll squeak, we'll peach. Fantastic. More testimony. Illegal entry, the whole truth. Alright, we did knock a few things over, but we weren't rifling for nothing. It was when we heard the gunshot, see? Made us both jump and all that stuff went flying. Let me in and half of right? We were thinking the shooter come out the door and get us next. We stuck everything back where we found it and escaped Scarper straight into them in the black. We could have shot the pawnbroker, see? We never even had a chance, did we? I need to double check something, actually. So you admit to the defense's accusation. You did indeed ransack Mr. Windibank's countertop on the night in question. Yeah. I want to look at the blood stuff again real quick. Whoops, wrong thing. Blood stuff is this. Okay, so we don't have that confirmed. So we know Mr. Windibank was shot. Mr. Windibank was shot in the room. This blood green is presumably Sherlock Sholmes's, but we don't have that confirmed yet. Ah. I was double checking to make sure that the blood on the calendar wasn't Mr. Windibank's, because I forgot. Not ransack, Governor. No. That's right, Nash. That's right. It's more like we tidied up, yeah. Great. Sorry. By their own admission, these brothers entered the pawnbrokery under dubious circumstances. However, they panicked and fled on hearing the gunshot, having first made good their mess. The way you say it, we hardly sound like roughs at all. We don't, Nash, we don't. Can't make it sound a bit more cutthroat. Can't just be coincidence that these men showed up at the Windibanks that night. There's more to their testimony than meets the eye. I'm sure of it. Alright, now we gotta go through and start pressing. Cross-examination. Hold it! That's the case, then why didn't you testify to that effect in the first place? Well, you know, we ain't exactly squeaky clean, are we? Look at the history again. What exactly say? Okay. We ain't, Nash, we ain't. If we made it something like that, people would think we was up to no good. Well said, Ringo, me old China. We'd only land ourselves in even more trouble. And in fact now, as a result of lying in your previous testimony, that's exactly what you've done. Landed yourselves in even more trouble. Oh, well, that's rotten luck. Says the rotten apple eater. Gross. Witnesses. Explain your actions to the court. Why did you ransack the victim's counter? We never ransacked nothing. Right, Nash, right. More like we tied the place up. Sorry. Dude, I love his jowls.
Hold it!
So what you're saying is, the sound of the gunshot shocked you so much you knocked all those things off the counter? Well, it shocked one of us that much, yeah. This bag of nerves needs to learn to keep his shirt on. Look, it was loud, alright? Blimey, me dead granny would have woken up that bang. Big bruv here screamed like a bloomin' baby and fell over on the counter. He knocked over a load of books, a candlestick, and some skull whatnot. That got tangled in some marionette, what knocked over a picture frame, what knocked them scales on the floor. I see. So the little guy is actually the big brother, that's funny. You've really mastered working quietly then. What a racket, me granny would have me scared back into her grave at a clatter like that. So in short, the gunshot took you by surprise. And then some, my Bina was quiet as a mouse and then all of a sudden, bam! Oh. What do you have to say?
Excuse me.
Gregson? Inspector Gregson, do you have something to add? Like I keep saying, I don't appreciate being lumped in with these scoundrels. No, something to add about their testimony. You seemed to react just now at what Mr. Skulkin said. Did it make you think of something? Dude, I love that pose he does when he turns his head to the side and does his cap down a bit. It looks so sick. Probably nothing, of course. I wouldn't even bother to mention it, only... Well, the fact is, cases don't get solved if you ignore the little details. How about you just tell us what's on your mind? As you know, we brought these fellas in the yard for questioning last night. The statement they gave then told a slightly different story to what they're saying now. Oh man. Well, did it? You claimed you heard the victim shout something out before the gunshot. Might have. Does ring a bell now you mention it. Granted, it's only a minor detail, but still. Can't help feeling like perhaps you've been a bit sloppy with your testimony here, eh, fellas? If I discover the witness's testimony has been any more sloppy than it has hitherto proven to be, I shall be forced to bring the very harshest punishment to bear against them. Easy. We'll get it right this time. That's it, yep. It's all coming back to me now. Then speak. Supplement your testimony with whatever details have miraculously returned to your questionable minds. Sirs. Right you are, Gov. Alright. Just before the gunshot we heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun!"
Hold it!
Alright, let's hear more about this. So in fact you heard the voice and the gunshot almost simultaneously? We did, Gov, we did. Although, I suppose if you're being honest, we heard a kind of wavering voice before the yell and all. If you don't want to get shot, give me that gun! You don't want to get shot, give me that gun. Interesting. Kind of thing. Look at that again. If you don't want to get shot... Oh, I wonder if it's two people talking. You don't want to get shot, give me that gun. Yeah. Okay. Heard a voice yelling out, "Give me that gun." And then the other voice, the wavering voice, was, "If you don't want to get shot." Okay. Career in acting tragically missed. And where were the voices coming from? Could you tell? Of course we could. From the other side of that door behind the counter it was. From the storeroom where the victim was found dead. And the voice you heard, it was that of the victim, Mr. Windibank? On me granny's life, of course it was. That's a funny little pose he did. On his granny's life, of course it was. So that would mean that you both knew Mr. Windibank and the sound of his voice? So that would mean what? What, Nash, what? Any ideas? Yes, Consul, indeed it would. Gotcha. No, we didn't know the geezer. Oh, I'm supposed to deny it when that bloke and all the fancy clobbers giving us the evil eye? If you value your lives, you will ensure your testimony is accurate and true. On me granny's life it is. On his granny's life it must be. I love that they're both saying on his granny, even though they share the same granny, presumably. It's great. It's good the job is Granny's dead. To summarize, then, immediately after hearing the voice of the victim, you then hear the gunshot, causing you to stumble and upset the items on the counter, scattering them over the shop floor. You make it sound like we're clumsy. Don't forget, we tied it up after like good little boys. Anyway, the way I see it. Bloke while in the place was holding a gun, so he should have just fired instead of yelling at the girl.
Hold it!
You're saying that Mr. Windibank had a gun in his hands? How would they know this? Because they didn't see it happen. They just heard it, right? That's interesting. Oh yeah, I bet that was a sight, eh? Them two waving them guns at each other must have got pretty heated. I mean, just before he shouted out, we heard the geezer say, if you don't want to get shot. Didn't really sound like he meant it, mind. More of an empty threat, you could say. Mr. Windibank was known to keep a revolver on his shop counter at all times. People say that to protect the articles in his keeping, he'd readily put a bullet in someone's head if required. That someone being himself, of course, which is still my favorite moment of this whole playthrough too. Whenever he put the weapon to his head, that was hilarious. Oh my god, I about died. It was so funny. I had to tell my wife about it right away when I was done recording. It was so funny. Good grief! Extraordinary devotion indeed, if alarmingly misguided. Well, he certainly sounded like he was ready to pull the trigger the other night. Only the person he was gonna shoot beat him to it. Cooked his goose proper. Bet he wished he'd squeezed the trigger instead of wasting time shouting, "Give me that gun!" And it was directly after those words that you heard the gunshot? It was more or less at the same time, Guff. Give me that gun! Bam! Kind of thing. Yes, a career in acting very tragically missed. Then we heard the sound of someone hitting the deck, before everything went dead quiet. After that, we'd done a slapdash job tying the place up. Yeah.
Hold it!
So you didn't try to open the storeroom door then? Not on your life! It went deathly quiet after that, it did. Put the wind right up to me. But anyway, the door was locked, weren't it? No way that was opening. Yes, of course. It was locked from the inside, or so we've been led to believe. It was, Gov, it was, from the inside. Right, so we had no way of knowing what was going on in there, did we? Unless there was some other way to get a view of the inside of the storeroom. Like through the keyhole or a spy hole, perhaps. Don't ring no bells, don't light no lights. We had to cut and run before we noticed anything like that. We're still cutting our teeth in this game, see, but one day we'll really cut the mustard. Please cut it out. But as we know, behind that door was the victim's lifeless body, with the accused not 2 feet away. Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, I still have no idea how this happened. Like how Gina could be innocent, you know what I mean? Gina was in there, unconscious, with a gun in her hand. To confirm, would it be correct to say that neither of you set foot inside the storeroom? That's right, Gov, that's right. Couldn't have, even if we'd wanted to. Alright, stuck everything back.
Hold it!
Yes, whereupon you fired a shot from your own gun at Mr. Herlock Sholmes. Oh, yeah, we was a bit nasty there. We was nasty, we was. Truth be told, I was already shaking like a leaf when you turned up. You're shaking like a leaf, don't put a loaded gun in your hand. Good advice, miss, good advice. Truth be told, me mind went totally blank. Or your mind goes totally blank. Make sure you don't have a loaded gun in your hand. Mental note made, miss. After that, we legged it down the street, but apparently we looked dodgy to the coppers or something, so they clapped the dobbies on us like winking. And after you'd been handcuffed, the police found this revolver in your possession, correct? Well, yeah. But listen, that proves it, doesn't it, eh? Yeah. Couldn't have shot the pawnbroker, we never even had a chance. Yeah.
Hold it!
And why should we believe that? What? Well, because it's true, isn't it? The place was totally empty when we went in. At that time, the victim was already in the storeroom, having been forced to open the door by the accused who had a gun to his head. In other words, on the night in question, these two witnesses never even laid eyes on the proprietor of the pawnbrokery, Mr. Windibank. Correct? You got it, mister. Down to a T. So the Skulkin brothers never actually encountered Mr. Windibank? Is that really true, I wonder? I don't know about all that. That's it? That's the full extent of their testimony? What is it, Runa? You look very fierce. I could pour you some herbal tea if you're tired. Oh, thank you, but I'm fine. Being such a logical thinker, you'll probably laugh. But I feel as though these brothers are still hiding something. Something important. It's nothing more than a feeling, though, and I have no proof to support it. Well, feelings can be very logical at times. Sorry? People's expressions, the movement of their eyes, words they choose. You can take all that in, and your brain will quietly analyze it to come up with a feeling, like you described. You've concluded that there's something suspicious about this testimony without knowing why. That's all. I think you should trust your instincts. Iris, thank you. Sometimes I think if she's 10 years old, I must be 5. Alright. Alright. So we had to prove, I suppose, by presenting something. So he should fire instead of yelling at the girl. Instead of yelling at the girl. Where do we let's look at our stuff real quick. Do we have anything that helps with this, you know? A lot of evidence here. Holy moly. It loops all the way around now. Wound in the back. He was shot from behind. That's interesting. Because the way they were showing it, the gunshot came from behind. Let me press on this again, see if they act that scene out. Because that would be a time to press, or to present, wouldn't it? Can we press here? Or not present, but present? Yeah. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, because the way they're showing it, he wasn't shot in the back. Okay. Okay, so he was shot in the back, which means his back was to the window. Yeah, that makes total sense. His back was to the window because the way the photograph is, he fell forward. He was shot in the back. Alright, let's look through this again, figure out which one to present that on. Alright, okay. Do we do this one? Let's try it.
Objection.
No, music didn't stop. We're screwed. Man! Like, I understand what generally happens. I'm just not sure where to present at. You know what I mean? Alright. Oh, I didn't mean to go ahead. Oh. Oh, man, I'm getting a little bit stuck. Getting a little bit stuck. Oh, I wonder if it's... Gunshot. Voice yelling out, give me that gun. Holding a gun. The photo... We don't have a photo of her at the scene, though.
Objection.
No. God dang it. Oh no, we're failing. Huh. Alright, let me try this other photo.
Objection.
No! I'm gonna cry. Alright, let me look at something real quick. Hang on. Because that doesn't say... This shows he got shot in the back. Right?
Objection.
Oh no. Oh no, we failed. What the heck? Because that makes sense though. That makes sense to present that because it says he got shot in the back, but the way they were presenting it was from... He got shot from the front. Let me get through this. Let me autoplay this. Oh. Oh no. Guilty.
Guilty. Guilty.
Oh.
Guilty.
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 Guilty. Sad. Sad day for us. Here it comes. What did we do wrong? What did we do wrong there? I don't know. I'm more upset that we had to go back through that. Retry from the scene. We have to do all the pressing again, too. Oh, man. I don't even remember everything I tried, either. Oh, this is gonna take forever. We're back at the beginning of the video. Oh, no. Oh, I have to actually manually press.
Hold it.
At least I have it auto-scrolling. This is kind of nice. But dang! What did we mess up? It's unclear. Because from what I understand it, is Gina was... The way they're illustrating it as well is Gina was in front of him. Shot upwards at him. But the way they're describing in the autopsy reports, he was shot from behind, so... Could have been Gina. So maybe I should redo it on the one where... It has an autopsy report, and do it on the testimony where they show visually what happened, you know? That's all I can think of. I don't know. But we're just gonna let this scroll through it, you know? Gotta do what you gotta do. Oh, I don't even have any water in here and I'm trying to drink. Sad day for us. Oh, goodness. So what else are y'all up to? You know? How's your life going? How are things treating you?
Hold it.
Y'all doing good? We're in February now. That's crazy. This year's flying by. Crazy year. Oh, man. What else we got going on? Got a lot of other games on this channel too that you might be interested in. Currently we're doing Baba Is You, which is a puzzle game where you rewrite the rules, which is pretty interesting. We have Patrick's Parabox, which is a game where you push boxes inside of boxes and it's very trippy and loopy and stuff. It's really fun. The Witness, which you are probably familiar with, more of an open world puzzle game, which is fun. No, wait.
Excuse me.
And then we also have, what else? What am I forgetting? What's our Monday game? Sunless Skies! Sunless Skies is not a puzzle game, it's more of an open world exploration RPG game where you are flying and train in the sky. And it's really sick. And it's sort of, what's the word I'm looking for? Eldritch horror-y almost. You know? And it's over London. Besides that, we've had a lot of other great games that are already complete on this channel, like Tears of the Kingdom, Red Dead 2, Baldur's Gate 3, the entire BioShock trilogy, Undertale, Cave Story, all the Shovel Knight games, Sonic Mania, lots of games, holy moly, Final Fantasy VII! Crazy, the amount of games we've played on this channel already. What else has there been? Trying to think of other games that I've done. Wolfenstein. What else? Disco Elysium. Did that full playthrough. That was a lot of fun. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Dude, it takes so long to get back through this. I'm gonna cry if I fail again. I really am. So now we press... Gosh, we're still only on the second one. Holy hell. This is taking a minute, to be sure. Man. Cave Story was another game we played on this channel. Cave Story is like a platformer game where you get a gun. It's pretty sick. So this is the one. The second one is the one we're gonna press on. Or not press, but try to present on. What else? What other games? Bear's Restaurant? Oh man, that's a sad game. VVVVVV, which is another platformer where your gravity shifts. That was a lot of fun. So many games that we played all the way through. It feels great. Really something. Outer Wilds? Played all the way through Outer Wilds. That was great. We're about halfway through this game, I believe. Maybe a little bit less. That's about it, I think, as far as games we've played through. It's been a lot. I probably forgot one or two. The Hotline Miami games, played through both of those. Those were awesome. Almost there. I lied, we're not almost there, but we're getting there. But yeah, let me know in the comments what y'all are up to, what games you're playing in general this year, and what games you would like to see on this channel, you know, like what games you would be interested in seeing in a Let's Play. For me, I'm planning on doing Dredge after I finish Sunless Skies. Planning on doing Rise of the Golden Idol, which is a deduction puzzle game, which is pretty sick. What else? Maybe Kingdom Come Deliverance. That's sort of on my radar for sure. Not sure what else. I need to do another JRPG. I'm considering like Final Fantasy VI or something, maybe. Let's see. I've heard good things about that one. Another option is like Tactics, either Final Fantasy Tactics or Tactics Ogre Reborn. Those are on the table too. I don't know. So many games out there I gotta play. It's crazy. It's just never ending. More puzzle games I still have to do. Also, of course, like there's Braid. There's Good Snowman's Hard to Build. There's the Cube games. There's a lot. Which is great, because it means I'm never going to run out of stuff to play on this channel, and I love it. Alright, we're getting close. We only have 3 more to go. I don't know if I technically even need to press on all these, but it feels like I have to, you know? Just the sense that I got. Other things going on in my life. Later this afternoon, I'm going to be DMing a Dungeons & Dragons game for my kiddo, so that'll be fun. Can't wait to do that. She said she wants to record more stuff for this channel, which she hasn't done in almost 2 years, I think. So that would be fun. Seeing like a glimpse of how much she's grown as a person and a gamer between 2 years ago and now, because she's still in those, you know, developing stages where she's growing very rapidly, both in like in terms of intelligence and dexterity for games, you know. So that's exciting. We played Sayonara Wild Hearts the other day on the PS5. Oh man, that was so fun and beautiful. Pretty simple gameplay, but like it's so musical and beautiful to look at and fun. Very short game too. It's maybe like 2 hours, I think. Not that long. Maybe less than that. There's gotta be a way also to lock it from the outside, because there's a window there, you know? So surely you can get a hook or something to lock the door with. If you're on the outside.
Hold it!
That's what I think. Other things going on. The monster manual for Dungeons and Dragons just came out, so that's very exciting. I need to look through all those. There's so many new monsters now. And oh boy, I love looking through D&D books. They're so fun. Started reading The Stand again. Or not reading, rather listening to the audiobook. So that's exciting. I love sort of apocalyptic type scenarios, you know? And I've only ever fully read one Stephen King book, so I need to really get on that. He's so prolific, you know? The one I read was called Holly, which is fairly recent. I won't spoil too much, but it involves a detective who is trying to track down a pair of murderers who eat their victims, basically. And it's fun seeing it from both perspectives, because you see like what the bad guys have been up to throughout their lives, and then you also see the detective and slowly deducing where things are happening and stuff like that. And getting these random breaks is very exciting. Pretty solid book. It's a shortish reach too. I enjoyed it. Just auto-playing through, man. Sorry I'm not reading all this again, but honestly, I love this game so much. I love recording it, but the one downside is usually by the time I'm done recording for an hour or two of this game, my voice is just shot. Because there's so much dialogue, and it's not just that it's dialogue that I do in different voices and stuff, and some of them strain me a little bit. Which sounds crazy, because I know I don't do phenomenal voices. But I have fun with it, you know, I try to. Yeah. I don't understand how some people, this is more of a tangent, but I don't understand how groups of Let's Players get together and record together. Like, I don't understand how you can schedule that. Like, we're all so busy and grown up and have things going on. It seems like a nightmare to try to schedule a regular thing like that, you know what I mean? Big props to them, but it's not something I could ever do. Okay, we're back in it. Alright, so, gosh, imagine if I was talking this whole time and I had a plan and the plan was just wrong. Oh man. So this is the one where we want to present on. I think we want to do the autopsy report. That shows you a shot in the back, maybe? Where is it back here? Where's it at? There it is.
Objection!
Music didn't stop. That means we failed. Alright. We're going to try presenting the other things that sort of show this too. Which is the picture, because he fell forward.
Objection!
I'm missing something. I'm missing something that I think is supposed to be more obvious. So we're going to try one more guess. This one's going to be the... this one.
Objection!
And then if not, we're going to have to just rethink our whole strategy. And it's not. Oh, this is killer! I haven't gotten stuck like this before on this game. Alright, let's look. He was holding the gun. But when he died, he wasn't holding the gun. So let's do this. We did this last time, but let's do this where he's not holding the gun.
Objection.
That was it? Okay, whatever. So you're saying that on the night in question, the victim, Mr. Windibank, was wielding a gun? Is that correct? That's it, Gov. You got the picture. Yes, Nash, yes, no question. And yet, photographic evidence obtained immediately after the incident clearly shows that Mr. Windibank was not holding a firearm of any description. Eh, you what? Gordon Bennett, that ain't right.
Objection!
There can be no question that the victim's revolver was used in the incident. I would remind the court that Mr. Windibank's gun was found at the scene. Not only was it identified as the murder weapon, but it was found in the accused's hand. Yeah, it's not particularly helpful. Yeah, that Moltola used the victim's own gun to finish him off. Give me that gun. That's not how it happened, though. That's why they're showing it so much, is he was shot in the back, kind of thing.
Hold it.
Stay exactly where you are, right there. Eh? The crime had taken place as you've so colorfully described in your testimony will give rise to an undeniable and significant inconsistency in the final moments you just acted out. Goodness, are you sure, Counsel? You intrigue me, my learned friend, but let's see some evidence to support your claim. Right here.
Take that.
According to their testimony, the witnesses claim to have heard a shout of "Give me that gun," followed by the gunshot. Indeed, with the two events happening almost simultaneously, or so we've been led to believe. Yes, that's right. Now, if that testimony is true, it would mean that at the moment of death, the victim and his attacker would have been facing each other. However, in the autopsy report, it clearly states that the victim died instantly after being shot from behind. So, as I stated before, there is an undeniable inconsistency in your testimony, Mr. and Mr. Skulkin. But it's the God's honest truth. Honest truth, rather. It is, Nash, it is. Wendy's was shot that night. The shopkeeper had a gun in his hand, and we saw it with our own bleeding eyes. Did I hear you right just now? You actually saw Mr. Windibank holding a gun? Something like that might have slipped out. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, you have all just heard the admission by these two witnesses that on the night in question, they actually saw, with their own eyes, the victim wielding a gun. It can only mean that despite their testimony to the contrary, Skulkin brothers must have encountered the victim in person. I have a theory. New theory. My theory is that Gina was had looked at the thing in the case, the manuscript, and was trying to leave or something. She had snuck in, I guess. Or she didn't sneak in because she had the gun. Somehow Mr. Windibank got the gun after she had the gun. Anyway. Upon realizing he failed, he turned the gun on himself. And Gina didn't want him to kill himself, so she's like, give me that gun. And then gun goes off on accident and shoots himself in the chest. Or in the back, actually. Never mind. Theory is terrible. Nash, Order. Witnesses, explain yourselves at once. Well, the thing is, they weren't supposed to, It would seem that my previous warning fell on deaf ears. I made it quite clear that false witness would be the death of you. He just pulls out a gun and shoots them. Am I to understand that you replaced the untruths of your original testimony with renewed lies? Ever so sorry, Governor. The truth is, see, we, Cut it out, Nash. Cut it out. If we blab now, you know what he'll do to us? What are they talking about? It's definitely It's definitely McGilded. Let me make your position here perfectly clear. You will talk. There is no other option available to you. Bruv, come on, the game's up. But you'll have our guts for farters, for garters. Guts for farters, hilarious. In case it hasn't quite sunk in yet, no matter how hard you try to hide it, the truth will come out. On the night in question, it is now apparent that you brothers met face to face with the victim. I demand that you testify again to explain the precise circumstances under which this meeting took place. Well, do we have to? On pain of death, I suggest you make yourselves fully aware that this is your very last chance to tell the truth. Alright, here we go. Encounter with the victim. Alright, so we just got inside the gaff and heaved a sigh of relief when the geezer showed his mug. We can't even press these, look at that. Oh, I guess we do it after. Give me that gun, he bellowed, and then he flew at us like he was possessed. I thought we'd had it. For an old geezer, the bloke was strong as an ox. He chucked me over the counter. I pulled me gun on him, and then he legged it through that door into the back room. We never had nothing to do with killing him. That's all what happened, I swear. So you're now telling us that moments before the victim was killed in the storeroom, you in fact encountered him in the main part of the shop. Oh, well, yeah. So sorry. Well, we find ourselves at an interesting juncture. This changes matters considerably. But honest, Governor, this time, Nash, we ain't got nothing more to hide. Very well. Counsel for the defense, you may proceed with your cross-examination. Yes, my lord. This is it. The moment I've been waiting for. And we're going to do this cross-examination next time. We're coming up on time, and I think this is a good time to stop because I think we'll go way over if we continue. So, next time we're going to do this cross-examination of what happened with this encounter with the victim in the front of the shop. And we're going to find out, hopefully, the truth of the matter. And I really want to find out who they're so afraid of. I feel like it's McGilded, but it could be another party. We'll see. That's all I got. Thank you so much for hanging out. Thank you for listening to me blabber. You're amazing. Make sure you take care of yourselves. Make sure you take care of others. I'll see you next time. Peace out.